See if my controller don't mess up on this. If it does, I'm just gonna call it a night. Been having some stick issues, as always with these PS4 controllers. Most expensive ones PlayStation sold up to the PS5 and junk.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington football team versus Josh Allen and the New York Giants.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
See whiffs on it right away.
And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Allen on third. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Smith-Schuster.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Giants.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air, Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
That sucks. Intentional grounding.
This is on.
Should have stepped up.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Really sucks.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They're led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his 3rd season from Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And 9 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a run with McCaffrey.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
It's a game.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
That had me shaking.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
17-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll run with McCaffrey. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Great.
They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. We'll check on his status when we get back. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
DJ Chark.
DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Torn labrum. And
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Jordan Whitehead on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run here. It's Murray. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Now a pass, it's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 7 yards.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
To Naheem Hines.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
McKinley on the stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 3rd down. Allen. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. O'Shane Ximines in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled it.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
The ball carrier.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Man, early spin.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7. Washington, nothing.
Allen now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30.
To throw again. Allen. That's coming, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Man, I was so close to
And
the
he'll get it
first,
out
too.
near the 40 to the 39. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Wide receiver.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Allen going to throw. Going with a screen for Murray. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
That's good.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
The 29-yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Latavius Murray.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Anthony Barr.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
That's a play that
Don't let him start driving, guys. Come on.
Moments in this game, but plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's what I'm
They'll
talking
stay
about.
committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Allen. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Washington. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this one's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
And the Giants 1st down.
Here's Hines. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up, taking it right down Broadway. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Challenge.
Washington.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The quarterback, Josh Allen, the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step
Yeah, my
around
O-line
it,
fucking
throw
sucks,
it,
bro.
or just handle it, because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just
What you want from him?
keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made by...
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Hines. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. Operating from the gun. Allen looking for the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
3-0.
So good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Allen got an open man. It's Washington. And
Let's
he
go.
coughed it up, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Touchdown,
And this is taken
boys.
into the end zone.
10-point lead.
Fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
I like to force fumbles, so do I.
The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not
Boom.
too happy about it. But for the defense, what a
What a
big-time
hit.
play for them.
Thank you,
Never give
Van Der
up on
Esch.
anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 23.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first
Not
down.
fooling
So they can
anybody,
set things
bud.
up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd down now.
Twice in a row.
It's Murray. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they really get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10 at the 49.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Operating from the gun. Allen. Now Brown. Oh, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's a pass swung out left to
Damn.
his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. Finds his
How would
tight
you
end
fall to the
Ingram.
ground?
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
I don't want the ball. I said, nah, fam. Enough turnovers.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. The Seahawks seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Teddy Bridgewater with a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. In that one, all even as they play the visiting Texans. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Butker is set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out comes
The guy's been
Washington's
holding the ball
offense as
for
they
dear
get set
life.
to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble,
2-minute
and they were
warning.
in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Murray. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Washington. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
When we see another pitch and catch there to the running back, this position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They go with Murray again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Time to choose some clock,
position
boys.
for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a block.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Hamler now on the return.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Dislocated wrist, great.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
No, sir.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. It just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Here's Allen. Now they they set up the screen. That's complete.
Damn,
And he's going to
almost
be
had
brought
it.
down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray.
No, sir.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9. Allen over the middle, complete. That's Andrews.
Ah, come on.
And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Gain of 4.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
Yes.
Allen's pass complete to
They
Latavius.
dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
30-yard.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Another O-line
Now
injury?
we've got a
No.
Giant player
Okay,
here
tight
slow
end.
to get up after that last
It's
play.
like, dang, man.
While the training
Can't
staff
catch a
works
break.
on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short to get to the tight end. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup
Broken
there as that
thumb.
extends this drive.
Man.
1st down, New York.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From midfield, here's Allen. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st down, Hines. And a short gain here down to the 22.
The tackle made by...
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Oh, fuck. Good defense.
Nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive. And
touchdown.
Take it on in for a giant touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
Receiving team.
Nice.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Allen. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Again,
With that kind of a
man.
deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
On second down now, it's Hines. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
17, got it. He's going to sit right up in the middle. Watch the middle. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's got it.
Now it's Hines. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
I shouldn't have thrown that. That was
Down
dumb.
near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their
Knew
own
it too.
9-yard line.
Fucking knew it.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Washington with a catch.
Oh my God, no way.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Harrison Butker.
Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get
There's
it
the
again
7 I
following
should
that
have had.
fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
KJ Hamler on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard
And
line.
the Washington offense heading out. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now.
Oh my God, as if.
Out of pressure towards the quarterback.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
More yards.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington.
Complete.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick
There
up
we go,
there, and
the
it's a
last
1st
drive
down.
heroes.
Now Allen again. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Is Murray, the ball carrier. Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. It's a
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Murray. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in
get a
this
touchdown?
lopsided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught.
Wow.
Touchdown, Washington. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Point conversion.
There was no going. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 2nd down, it's Hines. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up
What a
into
defensive
one?
game we played.
How often do you see division games get decided by
Killed
this much
them.
of a margin?
Yeah,
Most
they
time
thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Giants, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
16 tackles, damn. It's crazy. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch me next time.